Week 1 is in the books, and what a weekend of BCFC football it was. Hi, I'm Adam Cordick, host of Touchdown BC and your weekly host for BCFC game previews. This week, we have the Okanagan Sun coming off an impressive win against the Valley Huskers, visiting the 0-1 Kamloops Broncos. We talked with the Sun's head coach, Ben Macauley, and got his thoughts on his team's first game and what he expects from the Kamloops Broncos. Coach, congrats on your first win over the Valley Huskers, 56-14. What can you say about the performance your team had this past weekend?
Well, I thought we did some things well, and obviously there's a lot of things that we got to work on. It was really clear that we had only been together for a couple of weeks. We were a little slow to get gelling to begin with, and full credit to the guys in Valley for putting out a great effort. And a lot of times they were giving up size to us, and they kept fighting, and they gave us a full game. So, we were pretty happy with the effort. We were expecting mental errors, and we had some of those on assignments. But some of the stuff we've got to clean up is personal fouls, things like that. That's stuff we can control. So we've got to be better on that front.
I know you're expecting big things from your defense this season, but were you really expecting 3 defensive touchdowns in your very first game?
No, and you know what? I went ahead and promised a D lineman if he scored a touchdown that I'd take him out to a nice big buffet dinner. Didn't think that would happen, but I'll be a few dollars short this week, I think. But it was outstanding effort, and there were some errors mentally as well in the defensive side. But I think physically and talent-wise, they're able to just take over the game. So I was happy to see that.
Now to your offense, your QB Keith Zyla completed all 4 of his passes for 174 yards and 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, Keith played pretty well. We thought he took what the defense was giving him, and then the receivers made plays. He threw one earlier. I think his first touchdown was to Shamar Donaldson, the back shoulder throw to the end zone. And then the other ones were kind of short passes that the receivers took, 74, 60-some yards, respectively, to Nate Anderson and Liam Wishart. But, credit to those guys, and that's what we want them to believe in, is when you get the ball in the hands of the playmakers and take what's there rather than try and force it, then good things can happen. So, Keith did a good job of that. And we were pretty happy with Foster, too. We kind of thought it would be the other way around. Foster showed some serious toughness, and he bounced off 7 or 8 tackles in one play and ran for a touchdown and hurdled the guy. We didn't really think that was the type of guy he was, but, we got 2 guys who are ultra competitors, and, we've got to do a little bit better job setting Foster up to his strengths and giving him some better protection against the blitz. So we've got our work cut out for us on that.
Now, looking forward to this week's game, you'll be visiting the Kamloops Broncos, who are coming off a loss to the VI Raiders. What can you expect from them?
Well, Brad's going to do a good job of preparing them to play for us. I wouldn't expect to see them take a step back after this week. They're only going to take a step forward, and I know they've got some young players, but they're going to be ready, and they're going to be better every single week. So, we expect to get a lot of pressure from them when we're on offense, and they'll look at our film, I'm sure, and see some things that they want to do. And likewise, when we get a chance to look at their film, hopefully later today, we'll get a good sense of what was going on there in that VI game. So, it's still an unknown for us because they've got so many new guys and new personnel in there. But I think, we can certainly expect them to be competitive.
Thanks, Coach. Good luck this weekend, and talk to you again next week.
All right. Thank you, Adam.
We also caught up with head coach of the Kamloops Broncos, Brad Yamaoka, and talked to him about what he took away from his team's loss week 1 versus the Raiders. Coach, your team got off to a slow start this past weekend, but near the end of the game, it started to all come together. What are your biggest takeaways from that game?
Well, I think we got we started slow, obviously, and it was great to get these young guys some actual game time and get it on film, which was a big plus for us, I guess, in that sense. There are a lot of positives. I mean, we didn't play well. I mean, that's quite obvious, but for the most part, we got a lot of things to work on and things that I think we can definitely improve on. I don't think it's doom and gloom quite yet. I think we're in good shape in the sense that we just got to get a little bit more experience and teach the kids a little bit more about the game and the speed of the game, how it's going to come at them.
Your defense played really well. Were there any players that stood out and impressed you?
Yeah, I mean, we had a couple guys that played well. Jordan Angove, obviously, our free safety, had a great game. Had an interception, had a kickoff return for a touchdown. I think he's going to be one of those guys that's going to be one of the leaders on our team for sure. Young linebacker Jesse Zajeros that I believe is going to turn out to be a great football player. Again, he's young. He's got to get a little bit more understanding of the game, but you know what? He's a pretty good football player. So we're excited for those two guys for this season to see how it all pans out for them.
On the offensive side of the ball, you came into the game giving both your quarterbacks playing time. Colby Hankel had to play most of the game because Sebastian Bell got injured. What is the status of Bell and your quarterback situation moving forward?
Well, I think, Sebastian, we're not 100% sure where he's at right now. Obviously, tonight when we get together, we'll get an update from the trainers and see how his day off went. I think he'll be okay. I don't think it was anything that's going to keep him out for any significant amount of time, but we'll check in with our trainers and make sure that he's okay to go this week. With Colby, like I said, it was great getting him into the game and a young quarterback that has an opportunity to, start in junior football. And, the first half, he got the jitters out, I think, and I think he settled into the game, near the end of the first half and obviously into the second. So, we got a long way to go, but I think it's a lot of positives.
You play the highly potent Okanagan Sun offense this Saturday at home. What will you be telling your defense this week in practice leading up to the game?
Well, we just got to play sound defense. I mean, we got to improve on some of the things that we've been working on for the last few weeks. And, the key is to do your own job, right? I think we got caught in the last game trying to do a little too much and trying to, help out our teammates, which, it necessarily isn't a bad thing. But, at the same time, you're sacrificing your job and what you're supposed to be doing. So I think, if we play sound defense, we come out and we match up with them the best we can, and I think we'll be okay. It's going to be a struggle. I mean, like you said, Okanagan, they're a powerhouse, and we're in for a long day, I think. But I think we can compete, and if we catch them on an off day, I think at the end of the day, we might have a chance at winning a football game.
That's head coach the Kamloops Broncos, Brad Yamaoka. Thanks, Coach. Good luck this weekend, and we'll talk to you again next week.
All right, appreciate it. Thank you.
Well, there you have it. Expect a battle in Kamloops this weekend. If you are in the area, the game between the Okanagan Sun and the Kamloops Broncos is on Saturday. Kickoff for that one is at 7 p.m. Hillside Stadium. For more coverage of the BCFC, follow each team's Twitter account and also BCFC's Twitter account at BCFC Media. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next week and enjoy the games.